Hello guys, so I've discovered the Ceanothus or California lilac plant. I didn't know there was so many different varieties of this plant, so I had to do a lot of research to find the plant that would fit my small space. And this one that you're looking at, it's called Ceanothus maritimus or valley violet. It is an evergreen shrub that grows to 2 feet tall by 4 feet wide. It has dark green leaves and low branches. It has abundant clusters of violet flowers in spring. It is a showy bloomer and it attracts beneficial insects. It is a UC Davis Arboretum All-Star selection. It is slow growing. It requires full sun along coast to part shade inland. It requires low water and it is tolerant of many soil types and it is hardy to 10, 10 degrees Fahrenheit. So I found my Ceanothus plants at the Artemisia Nursery. Again, they specialize in California native plants. The information that I just gave you is what the label reads that came with the plant. So this plant here, I didn't look it up, but I just discovered it at that day when I went to the Artemisia nursery and I got it. And I think this is one of their smaller types because this plant can really grow super tall and huge. It's a bush, but you can train it into a tree or at least some versions. And some of them are evergreen and some of them are deciduous. And these two that I got are evergreen. It just happened to be like that. And the second Ceanothus plant I'm going to show you is the Ceanothus Frosty Blue or Frosty Blue Mountain Lilac. The label on this plant reads, "It is an evergreen shrub that grows 6 to 8 feet tall. It has small green leaves and abundant lavender blue flowers in spring. It is a hybrid of Ceanothus thyrciflorus and Ceanothus arboreus. It is a fast-growing shrub and it's a great selection for a screen or a specimen tree. It is an excellent choice for a wildlife garden. It requires full to part sun. It requires low water and it tolerates sandy soils and clay soils. It is hardy to 15 degrees Fahrenheit." Okay, let's take a look at this plant. Look at those leaves. They're just so beautiful. They look very glossy and shiny, and they're tiny compared to the other Ceanothus that has bigger leaves. And the foliage on this Ceanothus is unique to my garden because none of my other plants have this type of glossy, shiny, small foliage. So I am looking so forward to planting this plant. The area where I'm going to be planting this Ceanothus, I've been having such a hard time choosing the perfect plant. Initially, I was just going to plant another star jasmine there, but then I changed my mind and I thought I was going to do a clematis, but I've heard that those are very finicky and I just didn't want to deal with that. But now that I'm more getting into California native plants, so I thought that the best plant that I could plant there would be a Ceanothus. And it was so hard for me to find a plant that I could espalier there that would take that kind of structure. So I read into it, and this was one of the better candidates for that kind of style that I'm trying to go for. But now I'm also finding out that you could pretty much espalier any Ceanothus except for the low growing ones, the ground covers. So we'll see how it will work out for me. I'll definitely keep you guys posted. Remember this area of my garden? Well, this is where I'm going to end up planting the Ceanothus. And it's been raining off and on today, so I've been playing cat and mouse with the rain. So any chance that I get when the rain stops, I go out there immediately and work on the garden. So I'm going to start digging and then planting. And that's where I ended up planting this Ceanothus right in the middle of those four trellises. I hope they will be strong enough to hold this plant up. And even though the label indicates that this plant is tolerant of clay soil and sandy soil, my soil is very rock hard clay. So I had to amend it a little bit. I added some cactus soil there to drain the water out a little bit better, and we'll see how it works. And it is a fast grower. Hopefully in no time it'll start covering those trash bins that I've been trying to cover for like the longest time. So happy with my choice.